Let's try that again. Because for some reason the XTU, it almost looked like it had a filter on it, because it looked like it had a sepia filter or something. It was coming all brownish yellow. I just checked it again, and it doesn't look like it should be that way. Probably should replace that flag. Never liked the idea of a tattered flag. I think it's disrespectful. It's also very faded. I never liked that flag. Those were one of the cheap flags. Next time I buy a Canadian flag, I'm gonna buy a slightly better quality. I could even say spend like $20 or $30. I'll think like 2 for 10. Whatever it was. I'd be really curious to know if this chest mount is better than the original. Hope so. I mean, the original came in a jumble of stuff. It was like $35, $40, and there was just so much stuff. A lot of mounts and a whole lot of Velcro strips and adhesives and all the good stuff that you need. But I'm sure that the chest mount was sort of a discount version of what this one is. I mean, this is discount too. I don't think I'm quite ready to spend $50 for the GoPro authorized version. Although one review, I did look it up, and one review said, just buy it now, you will eventually. Like I said in the earlier recording, the other thing I bought was a 2 terabyte hard drive, which it formatted, so that's a start. I mean, if it is actually good, then maybe I will buy another one too. 2 terabyte for $60, can't. Whereas the Samsung SSD is like $400 for 1 terabyte, mind you. So, surprised. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, same as before, this time with the XTU X1 and the CamPark V40. So I'm just going to walk around in a couple of circles for a couple of minutes. Maybe stop occasionally just to look out at the scenery. But the test here is we just did it with the XTU X1 and the Akaso Brave 7 LE, so it seems only fitting to do it a second time with these two. And I guess as a third, I should probably do it with the Akaso and the CamPark again. It's a pity you can't do all three on the same screen. At least not with iMovie. As my friend pointed out, maybe there is some free editor I could find. Or maybe I should just buy Final Cut. No, I wouldn't be doing that. Not for what I'm doing. All I'm doing is dinking around and playing with them. Not like I'm actually doing anything, overly interesting. Not yet, anyway. Oh, someone's in the pool. I missed my boat. All my fault, though. I left it on the gabion wall down by the rocks. It got swept away. A lot more foliage coming off these trees this year. Foliage. Oh, I think that... Alright, let's see how it turns out. Alright, so for the third test, here we go with the CamPark V40 and the Akaso Brave 7 LE. This is the third walk around that I've done. So we did the XTU X1 and the Akaso Brave 7 LE first, then we did the XTU 1 versus the CamPark V40, and so this last time we're doing the Akaso Brave 7 LE, which is my first of this model of camera, against the CamPark V40. All three of these tests with all three of these cameras have been done with 4K, 30 frames per second. And I did that because that's the one that they can all do. The XTU, however, can go up to 60 frames per second. So it does have that added advantage that the other two do not. However, in looking at the footage today, for some reason, I'm thinking the CamPark and the Akaso are the major contenders. I'm not too sure why. The XTU, everything's set to auto. So I haven't changed anything. But it looks a little faded out with the XTU today. I do think the stabilization might be better though on the XTU. I'm tending to lean towards that again. And again, as I mentioned, I think in the first test I did actually buy a new mount. So that's the other purpose of these tests, is just to see how that works. And the other purchase that came in today, as I've already mentioned, was a 2 terabyte SSD drive. A little bigger than the Ascena ones that I had been using, but it's narrower and longer. And like I said, it formatted, and I was able to move a file onto it, so that's a good sign. And then we'll see exactly what this video looks like too. I think that's enough. I've been walking for like 3 minutes. This might be the shorter of the tests. We'll just have to stop and look out for a bit. I think I did that with the other two as well, didn't I? Oh, groundhog. Probably didn't see that on the footage. Alright.